Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Donald Brown, but everybody can just call me Don. I'm the DPU Director of Studies, and in my capacity, it is my role to guide you through the academic year, should you choose to join us next session, and to make sure that you make the most of your studies through a variety of different means. I'm also a lecturer on the Health and Urban Development Program, HUD, as well as Environment and Sustainable Development, ESD. Now, I've been a student twice here at the DPU. I completed my master's in urban development planning, actually with Barbara, in 2012, as well as my PhD in 2018. So it's very nice to be on the other side of the table, so to speak. So I think I'm well positioned to lead you through the academic year if you join us, and to tell you a little bit about what you can expect from your student experience with us. So without any further ado, I thought it would be useful to give you a flavor of how the academic year is structured before I talk about the notion of the active learner, as Barbara was mentioning. So each program in the DPU is organized as a number of modules split across terms 1, 2, and 3, as well as the summer period, as you can see here. So these include 2 compulsory modules and the optional modules, which take place in term 1 and 2. The optional modules can be taken obviously within the DPU, but also outside the DPU, although we encourage you to take your optional modules with us, given our particular ethos and geographic focus, as Barbara was explaining. We also have the practice module, which runs across terms 1, 2, and 3, which enables you to put the dialectic between theory and practice really into a particular context, being a city, typically, though not exclusively in the Global South, in partnership with local partners. And finally, we have the dissertation, which is completed under the supervision of a staff member here at the DPU. And this occurs primarily between mid-June to the beginning of September. So there are different ways in which you can complete your degree. We have, first and foremost, obviously the full-time route, which entails around 45 to 50 hours worth of work a week. So this is an intensive master's, one in which goes very, very quickly, as I can attest to as a former student. So if you are a full-time student, please come prepared to hit the ground running, because that is exactly what we intend to do. Now, there's also the part-time route if you are in a situation where you need to balance work or care responsibilities, for example, or if you are a partial student loan holder. Part-time happens over a 2-year period and has a slightly different format. There's also the mod flex option, which can be undertaken between 2 and 5 years if you require even more flexibility. And this also has this particular way of running. But importantly, if your situation changes in term 1, it is possible to move from full-time into part-time or mod flex after discussing the options available with your program leader. So we do try to make it as flexible as possible so you're able to successfully complete your degree regardless of the situation in which you find yourself. Now on to this notion of the independent and active learner that Barbara was mentioning. At the master's level, we encourage our students to be what we call, in the first place, independent learners, where individuals are able to think, act, and pursue their own studies autonomously, drawing on available support and resources, which we make available to you through a variety of different mediums. So if you're an independent learner, you will be motivated to learn, you will manage your own learning, and reflect on your own learning through the feedback you receive throughout the year. But importantly, independent learners are also active learners, in the sense that it's your responsibility to activate your active learning. So this issue is central to DPU teaching and the learning approach, regardless of whether this happens online or in person. Active learning means that you are not entering a passive learning environment in which you receive information through lecture-based formats exclusively, but rather critically engaging with prevailing concepts, practices, and realities so as to unlock new thinking and openings for change. changes in the way in which we do research, changes in the way in which we do practice, and changes in the way in which we think about the world and the major developmental challenges it faces, as Michael was explaining. So come join us if you're up for this critical and creative process and the significant challenges as well as opportunities it offers for you, both as students and as future practitioners. And with that, I'll hand it back to Giovanna. Thank you.